Welcome back to the channel, where truth is spoken, healing is honored, and growth is the mission. Welcome to Family Focused, the Healing the Roots movement. Let me ask you a few questions. Do you feel supported in your environment? Do you feel safe in your environment? Do you feel loved in your environment? And I don't mean occasionally, I mean consistently, in a way that allows your body to relax, your mind to rest, and your heart to open. Because if you answer no, then there's a very high chance that you are not living, but you are surviving. And here's the truth most people don't talk about. Survival mode is not a personality. It is not who you are. It is a response. A response to environments that did not feel safe. A response to spaces where love was inconsistent, conditional, and absent. A response to growing up or living in places where your nervous system never got the message that it was okay to rest. When you're in an unsafe environment, your brain does not focus on thriving. It simply cannot. It focuses on one thing, and that is protection. Protecting you, keeping you safe. Protection from rejection, protection from conflict, protection from loss, protection from being hurt again. And then you can understand why living in survival mode was so important for our ancestors, because of the environment they lived in and all the safety features and mechanisms that it lacked. So what happens? You start adapting. You become hyper aware of people's moods. You overthink everything you say. You replay conversations in your head. You try to get it right so you don't trigger anything or anyone. You shrink or overperform just to maintain some sense of stability. And over time, this becomes your normal. You don't even realize that your body is tense. You don't even realize that your mind is constantly scanning for danger. You don't even realize that you are living in a state of emotional alertness all the time. Psychologically, this is powerful because your brain begins to wire itself around this experience. This is what we call conditioning. If you're constantly exposed to environments that are unsafe, unsupported, or unloving, your brain starts to believe, one, this is how life works. I have to be on guard all the time. I can't relax. Or I have to earn love. I once dated somebody that told me that I had to be a fool for him. And that's the only way the relationship would work. Now that is conditioning. And here's where it gets even deeper. Your nervous system, your body, starts to live in fight, flight, or freeze state. This means you may become anxious, always thinking something is about to go wrong. You may become avoidant, pulling away from people or opportunities. You may become overwhelmed easily. You may struggle to make decisions. You may feel tired even when you haven't done much. Why? Because your body's not designed to live in survival mode long term. But when that's all it knows, it has no choice but to adapt. Now let's talk about something important. This is how survival mode gets mistaken for identity. People will say, that's just how I am. I'm just an overthinker. I don't trust people. I like to stay to myself. But the truth is, a lot of those traits are not who you are. They are who you had to become to survive the environment you were in. And here's the part that changes everything. If an environment can program survival, then a new environment can program safety. But the transformation is not automatic. Because even when you leave an unsafe environment, your body may still carry the memory of it. So you enter a better space, but you still feel tense. You still feel unsure. You still feel like something is about to go wrong. There's a popular saying in our Jamaican culture that says, you take the pig out of the sty, but you can't get the sty out of the pig. And that's because your nervous system hasn't caught up as yet. So what does the journey out of survival mode look like? It starts with awareness, recognizing that how you feel is not random. It is a response. Then comes regulation, learning how to calm your body, creating moments of stillness. allowing yourself to experience peace even in small doses. Then comes the environment, and this is critical because you cannot heal in the same space that trained your body to stay on guard. You need environments, people, spaces, conversations that feel safe, consistent, and supportive. And finally, identity. You begin to rebuild who you are, not based on survival, but based on truth. You realize you are not anxious, you were unsupported. You are not difficult, you were unheard. You're not broken, you were unprotected. And slowly, you move from surviving to stabilizing to living, and eventually to thriving. If this message hit home, it's not because you are broken, it's because you're waking up, and healing begins where awareness starts. If this helped you, like, share, and subscribe. And let's keep healing one truth at a time. Healing the nation, one child at a time. And before you go, I'd like to say hello to my now 437 subscribers, and thank you to those of you who continue to interact with my content. See you on the next video.